Hello and welcome to the Monthly Muse, the new podcast we are doing, well, every month.
Clues in the title.
Two fine men.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Get together. Not like that.
Nope.
One rough and ready northerner, I'd probably describe you as.
Hello.
And southerner from East Sussex. Two middle names. Wore tweed to school. You know the type.
It's a nice place.
Have you been?
Nah.
No point.
No.
Yeah, we get together and we talk about what the month means to us, I suppose, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, this is more of a beer thing, I'd say. I mean,
Yeah, this is a beer thing.
We do know each other. We haven't just met on the bus and said, "What are you doing? Do you fancy doing the podcast?" We do get together a beer. So
actually, do you know what? Yeah, that's just a can of something.
Yeah.
We didn't splash out. We didn't really go.
Nah.
The budget's not huge.
There's a budget, is there? Cheers. No, good to see you.
Cheers.
But sorry, go on.
Yeah, we as I was saying, Paul, we get together and we talk about what the month sort of means to us. I suppose sort of signifies.
Yeah.
No. And that's basically about it, isn't it?
Well, that's not it, really, is it? There's more to it than that. Yeah,
there is a bit more to that. There is a bit more to that.
You've left out the most important part.
Which part's that?
The history.
Yes.
No, come on.
Yeah, this is I suppose you would argue.
I'm not arguing.
It's a fun history lesson, which is in itself a bit of an oxymoron. We'll let people make up their own minds on that, if it's fun or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
But here we are. So, September. What have we got?
Well, actually, do you know what? Before we get into that, I was just going to say, Ed, if the Mayans had their way, then we wouldn't be sat here now talking absolute gibberish, would we?
No.
you're not?
I'm surprised.
Oh, okay. Well, some of us have actually done our research on this. It's good to know some of us are taking this seriously. The Mayans, they originally predicted the world would end in, I think it was December 2012.
But this is September,
which would have been completely irrelevant for this podcast. You're right.
Yeah.
However, they then shifted the goalpost, you could say, and they changed their prediction to the world ending in September 2015. So
who were the Mayans? Sorry.
Well, okay, I didn't do that much research. I think I read it in the Mail or the Mirror or something like that.
Towards the back.
Yeah, towards the back. It's getting there.
So Dear Deirdre, horoscopes territory.
That's probably being kind, if I'm being honest with you. I think Dear Deirdre is actually the sun, right?
What were they expecting, though? Were they expecting that the world would end so they could say...
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know who these guys are, as I've just embarrassed myself with. But
good start.
At what point do they stand around going, everyone, proud, going, told you, we were right?
Well, you could argue if Mr. D. Trump has his
good
if
point.
they'd been a year later, people might be taking real notice of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you backed it each way, I guess.
Paul, in the year 2000, funny story you say that, actually.
Okay.
In the year 2000, bookies were taking odds on the world ending.
No.
Guess what the odds were that the bookies were taking?
They were taking odds on the world ending.
Millennium.
I mean, how do you put a price on that? I mean,
I'm going to give you a number, Paul.
Well, Leicester City were 5,000 to 1. I was just going to say to win the league. So what's
2,000 to 1? 2,000 to 1 they were offering.
They were 2,000 to... Sorry.
I don't know who...
They were offering 2,000 to 1 for the world to come to an end.
That is correct. And,
that is ridiculous.
Shout out to the lads. Out to the lads, by the way. Not the Mayans.
No, not the Mayans.
The Leicester foot...
Whoever they are. Yeah.
If Jamie's listening. Not Jamie the Mayan, I mean.
No. Well done, lads.
Yeah, well done.
Good luck trying to do that again. Yeah.
In theory, it was more likely that the world would end 2.5 times so than Leicester City winning the league. So
wow.
So when we say congrats, we do mean congrats.
Did anyone actually put a bet on that? I mean, who's in the bookies going?
Yeah,
that's a good bet, actually.
Outside, just
knocking on the door, going, "I've got a tip, let me in." been speaking to the Mayans. Yeah, but did people put a bet on that for the world to end? Did they actually?
I don't know who these lunatics were.
I'd love to meet them just to go, you know.
Who the Mayans were?
yeah. Who are the Mayans, please? Yeah, no, spot on.
So, as we mentioned, we're going to be talking about things that have happened over time in the month of September. Paul, what have you got for us?
We have got, so I'm not sure if you're aware, but the 2nd of September this year was the 350th anniversary of the Great Fire of London.
Ooh, expertly delivered.
Thank you.
Thanks for the suspense on that.
Yeah, so I'll be talking about that, a bit of news on that.
Can't wait.
So
Can't wait.
Yeah, got some news on that. Also, if there's any arsonists out there, this is one for you.
Yeah, any lunatics amongst you?
I'm sure there's some.
You can find them.
Any pyromaniacs?
I've been doing a bit of stuff about the Titanic, actually.
Okay, interesting.
That was discovered. The wreckage was discovered in the month of September.
Okay.
Breaking news.
You've just watched the DVD, haven't you?
And the extras.
And okay.
Dragged on a bit, but you know.
Yeah.
Dedicated a long time for this.
Cool. Well, we'll get onto that later. And I think finally the historical event we're going to be talking about is the first transmission of the BBC.
First broadcast in the month of September.
Yeah. The Beeb.
God bless her soul.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Looking forward to that. Yeah, we are both.
And finally, we're going to be talking about the new Life on the Road film, which has divided opinion.
David Brent.
Yeah, the old the Hitchmo group going bloody mental. I imagine.
This is one for you boys.
Stick around.
And girls.
And girls.
Girls can post too.
So we've got a lot of good stuff coming.
Yeah, we do. What do we start with? That's the key question. I'm sure the Hitchmos want us to just get to the.
What are people going to sort of stay tuned in for, though, Paul?
Might
take a while. So
tuned in for. We're actually thinking of it. It's a podcast, isn't it? So it doesn't really matter. They could just skip ahead anyway.
Start with a fire.
Yeah, let's start with the fire. Yeah, okay, so as I mentioned, the first thing we're going to speak about today is the Great Fire of London, 1966, September the 2nd, I believe.
London burnt to sticks.
Yeah, really tragic, actually. Number of deaths the number of deaths is very actually dubious. It depends what you read. Some sources say 5, some say 4, some say 6.
Not 4, 5 or 6.
We'll say between 4 and 6, shall we?
Yeah, we'll use that.
Yeah. I think the male, if it was now, the male would probably round it up to 20 deaths.
Made it a bit more dramatic. Probably blamed it on the foreigners, actually.
Well, it's funny you say that. There was a lot of... there was some of that. There was some xenophobia back then.
Really?
Word got around that, that the bloody French were at it. That it was, it's the Dutch's fault. So it was actually a lot of lynch mobbings. Some beatings were given out.
Sorry, I don't know why I laughed at that.
No, I have no idea. I'm trying to be serious here. But no, word got around, and blamed the bloody French again. So it started on Pudding Lane.
Fitting
in a way. Thomas Fariner, his bakery.
Okay.
All kicked off there. I think the maid I read was the first person to sniff something out.
Burnt toast, was it?
Potentially.
A nice wafting smell of a nice croissant, I imagine.
Yeah, bloody French. But no, she was the first one. And actually, Ed, she was the first victim of the fire. Which is really, really sad.
I can imagine. Do you know who what was her name?
So she was the first victim, which again is really, really sad. And I do pass on my
doesn't know the name.
Condolences. But no, it was all kicking off there. So they call up the mayor.
Okay.
Chap by the name of Thomas Bloodworth.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
That name, it's a very demonstrative name.
Yeah, what's your blood worth?
In my head, I'm thinking of Fat Tony. That's the sort of character I can imagine.
Absolutely. So they call him up. Down he comes on his probably horse and cart, whatever it was then.
Yeah.
Look at it, and to be honest with you, he couldn't be arsed. He really, really didn't want to know. He looked at it, and do you know what he said?
Go, please.
He went... A woman could piss that out.
Oh, Thomas.
A woman could piss that out. I mean, what did he mean by that?
Mr. Bloodsworth, honestly.
Where's he seen that?
Honestly. Don't believe it.
So pretty much he just went, the Mayor of London just pretty much went back to bed.
Which is, I suppose, what you would do in a time of a crisis, I imagine.
I don't know if you imagine old Sadiq knocking on his door.
Yeah, so a little chamber boy.
Yeah, little messenger boy comes in.
Or girl.
Or girl.
Sort of comes running up the stairs.
Probably a girl. So imagine messenger boy comes in.
Yeah.
And just...
Hello.
Mr. Khan.
I don't know why you're...
No, I don't know either. I have no idea where that came from. Sorry. Mr. Khan.
Yes, hello.
Hi. Look, come on, quickly. You gotta... Come on. You're quite chirpy for 2 a.m.
I am a politician. I'm always chirpy. I'm always wearing a good face.
Well, you're not wearing anything at the moment, so if you can put some clothes on, that would be great. Okay. No, come on, come downstairs, quick.
Okay, yeah.
You're not going to believe it.
I can smell something nice. What?
Come on, I think you're going to care when I tell you.
I don't know what...
I think you'll care when I show you what... I think there's a massive fire out there! So anyway, so they go walking down the stairs.
Right.
Why are you knocking at the door? No, that's not. Come on. So they go walking down the stairs.
Pitter patter.
That's
pitter-patter. Yeah,
quite slow, is it?
Lazy,
well, it's during the night. He's probably got a lot on his mind.
Yeah.
The night tube and everything. Anyway, they get downstairs. Goes, look out the window. Look at that fire. And he goes,
bloody hell!
Oh, God. If it's not Corbyn, it's a fucking fire. Yeah. Oh God. Well, what are we going to do about it? Come on, we need to call the fire brigade, don't we?
Call the fire.
Right.
No.
What are you talking about? It's 999, isn't it?
No, what are you talking about?
Well, I think we need to call the fire. Look at it.
Are you mad?
Look, where's he live? He lives in Tooting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, it's Tooting High Street now. Look at it.
When it gets to Clapham, maybe come back to me then.
Okay, but should we not do something about it now?
I tell you what. Yeah, I tell you what. You're right. Let's just take stock. Let's do something about it. Run upstairs. Run upstairs.
You're the boss.
If you could just whip off my other half's undergarments,
right?
Her trousers specifically.
Okay,
that would be great. And if you wouldn't mind bringing her a glass of water, that would be fantastic.
Okay. Why are you giving me glasses of water?
You're right. Let's make it 2.
Okay. So why have I now got 2 glasses of water in my hand? What do I do with these? I mean, I am quite thirsty, but...
Ask me no question. I mean, it's hot out there, so...
it is hot out there, yeah.
She'll know what to do. She's been here before.
So I get her to drink these glasses of water.
Get her to drink
Everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine. I'm going to go back to bed.
Okay.
And wake me up when it gets to Brixton.
Brixton? Really?
Nah, forget it.
Okay, so the fire continues to rage west. So we're talking kind of Bank Monument area. It rages west towards St Paul's, heading towards the cathedral.
Uh-oh.
Yep. People thought St Paul's Cathedral was going to be this indestructible kind of building. Lo and behold, Ed, on this day they had the builders in.
Oh God!
So some wooden scaffolding was going around the cathedral.
Paying them by the hour.
Yeah, pretty much. Fire gets a hold of that.
Project's overrun.
It has.
Is that where it strikes me as the song London Bridge is burning down?
London's burnt. Yeah.
Like
no. Actually, it's funny. I looked into that. It's actually taken from a Scottish song.
Right.
Scotland y Burneth or Burneth y Scotland or something like that. So more of a cover version.
Oh, really?
If you will. So yeah, it's originally Scottish, but we've essentially just nicked it and took it as our own, really. Yeah.
Bit like Andy Murray.
Yeah, a bit like Andy Murray. So I don't know if you know, Ed, but I was down at the Museum of London the other week.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a special exhibition going on down there to commemorate the 350th anniversary of the fire.
Any good?
So yeah, it was there.
It's special, it must be.
It was special, yeah. One thing I took away from that, well, not literally, I didn't steal it, but something I can remember, just to kind of give the listeners...
Thank God you remembered something.
Yeah. Just to give an idea of the kind of temperatures and how serious this was, there was a melted piece of pottery on display, which showed that the temperatures in the fire reached, I think it was 1250 degrees that it showed. That it reached.
Quite a gizmo.
No.
Calculated that.
It didn't literally show that. It wasn't a digital. It was just a sign saying
good bit of
fires.
kit.
And I thought, yeah, that's quite interesting. But you know the monument just down from.
Yeah, I walked past it actually on my way to work. In fact.
Okay. Yeah. Do you know the relevance of the size at all?
I am not aware. I didn't realise size was an issue.
Well, at least I'm going to teach you something today.
Enlighten me.
So the height of the monument,
very animated. I like
from base to tip, is the same distance. If you were to tip it from vertical to horizontal,
sure,
it's the same distance from the monument to Pudding Lane.
Wow. So that was a shriek, but wow.
Yeah. I made exactly the same shriek. Not as camp as that, but no, I think that's quite an interesting tidbit.
But no, it's quite an impressive structure, in fact.
It really is, and here's something else a little bit more interesting about it. Kind of fact number 2 about it.
I'm overwhelmed.
So more people, as we said earlier, I think there was, again, believes what bullshit you read, 4 to 6 deaths in the fire. More people, Ed, died jumping off the monument than actually in the fire itself.
No, really.
No, true, honestly.
That's quite
I think it's 8 people have died since.
Not in memory of the fire.
Well, no, that's quite a tribute. But no. Funny you say that. There was a few. I think there was a couple of bakers that went up there after the monument opened and just kind of hoyed themselves off.
Wow.
That's jumping off. That's not a euphemism for doing something else. It's a nice view up there, but don't get carried away. And also, I think one was actually a baker's daughter.
Okay, yeah. Well,
which is actually quite
sad. In fact,
it is quite poignant.
But no, I did hear that the fire was a bit of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah,
it did a lot of things to disease and the way the roads were configured.
The plague was the year before, obviously, 1665.
Absolutely.
Not September, I don't think.
But I think, in fact, Sir Christopher Wren, St Paul's
Chrissy Wren,
as we know, would have said without the fire that we. If you're listening to this stuck in traffic now on your way to work, let's be frank, you're probably not driving into work. Could be worse.
Could be a lot worse.
Could be worse. The year is 1912, April, and
sorry, Ed, apologies to interrupt. April.
You heard.
No.
April 1912. It set sail.
Okay. Okay.
The Titanic. Let's say. Let's bring it back. The Titanic set sail in April 1912.
Backtracking.
But it was only discovered, Paul, and what really amazed me was it was only discovered 73 years later, 1985, and guess what the month was? You're damn straight.
December? No, September. September.
He's pulling my leg.
Okay, so what's that?
73 years.
73 years to find the Titanic. Really?
It's a big place, mate. It's a big place.
Bloody hell.
12,500 feet down there.
Christ.
So get your pack your scuba gear.
No, keep talking.
Please. 100,000 people came to the docks to watch it set off. In Southampton.
Nothing else to do probably back then.
Not really. No.
Probably on a Sunday.
It might as well have been, yeah. Maybe sort of a Match the Day 2 clash or something like that.
Okay.
It stopped twice, though, and something that people don't really realise. It stopped twice. Once in France, in Cherbourg.
Okay.
And again in Ireland, in Cobb.
I did not know that.
In Cobb, with an H on the end in Ireland. I don't know how to pronounce that, but if there are any Irish listeners or anyone listening, please let us know. And it carried 3,500 passengers. Now, the iceberg, the captain only had the message from the lookout a mere 37 seconds, Paul.
Is that all? 37 seconds?
In order to avoid the iceberg. So we had iceberg dead ahead, and it had 37 seconds. The captain tried his best to swerve out of the way of the iceberg to try to divert it. And there are theories that the structural integrity of the boat, or the ship rather, would have remained if the captain had sort of backed himself, sort of hit this baby straight on.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it took this huge gash out the side of the boat,
right?
And it sort of took this huge scar out. And I don't want to ruin the ending, but
no,
it sank after all.
Okay, well, I guess though in that situation, you're not really thinking, okay, let's just hit it straight on, are you? You'd probably be thinking, let's get this baby turned around.
So 3,500 passengers, Paul. Guess how many lifeboats we had?
3,500 passengers. I'm thinking...
You're thinking hundreds, aren't you?
I was going to say 500.
Ooh, Ooh, you're well
600?
off, well off. Whoa. Getting colder, pardon the pun.
400?
16.
100?
16. No, just 16.
Hang on.
16. There wasn't much health and safety back then.
16 lifeboats for 3,500 passengers.
It covered about a third of the passengers, which bizarrely could get into 16.5. So it covered about 1,000, which was actually more than the legal requirement.
Well, speaking of which, how did that get approved in the first place? How did that get by health and safety?
Guy coming in.
Yeah, imagine.
With
on the day of the. What, I don't know, the
launch,
the sail off,
yeah,
in
bake off, yeah.
Where is it? Southampton?
Yeah, it might as well have been
Southampton.
Yeah.
So you're there, captain's there.
Yeah.
What was the captain called?
John. Well, I don't know that.
John.
Yeah, I thought we've said that you're the one taking this seriously.
John. Okay.
Hello.
John.
Hello.
Come in again.
Good
John.
day. Good day to you.
Hey, it's
my fine sailor.
I'm Mikey. You might have heard about me.
Oh my God! Sorry, Mikey. I have heard.
Health and safety
Quite
officer.
a big deal around here, I've heard. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Mike. Nothing to see here, really. Just
it's big, isn't it?
Yeah. She's a beauty.
Yeah, the ship's quite big as well.
Oh, Mikey! They told me they warned me down at the old docks.
Yeah,
that you were quite the dick.
It's all true.
The dick of the docks.
Anyway, John. It's John, isn't it?
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
John. Look, I'll be honest with you. I've got better things to be doing than this.
Same, to be honest with you. I'm getting everything ready. So
yeah, no, this is all a waste of time. I'm just here. I've got a few things I want to ask you.
Yeah. Okay, what do you need?
I mean, to be honest with you, this is just a box ticking exercise.
Yeah, thank you. It's just straight in and out job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. No
problem. So first question. I've got here passengers. It's blank. I have to fill it in. Passengers. What are we talking?
Yeah, it's a big boat, as we said. It can take just over 3,500, Mikey.
3,500 passengers.
Yep.
Okay.
So
done. Next box says
big enough for you.
Lifeboats. What are we talking? So 3,500. I'm thinking. Going by kind of standard industry regulations, we're talking 500, 600 lifeboats. I think.
What?
500, 600 lifeboats?
Nearly, yeah.
450?
In and around the same. I don't. It's difficult to put a number on it.
John,
really.
time's not on my side here.
It's difficult.
How
to put
many
a number
lifeboats have you got on the Titanic?
If I had to round it to 16.
16?
16.
1 6?
Just 1 6. Yeah, just 1 6.
Okay, got a bit of an issue here, John. Okay, John, I'll stop you there.
I'm busy. I don't think we've got time to do
me
this,
too.
to be honest with you, Mike.
Bake Off's on tonight, isn't it? If I put 500...
Get the right channel.
We can both pretend this never happened.
That works for me.
I'm going to put 500. Yeah, sign here.
So there are a lot of first-class passengers on board, Paul.
Yeah, any celebrities? Or?
I'm not sure how many are from Sunderland. Yeah, there's a few. There was actually a few. There was not so much celebrities, rich people. One chap called John Jacob Astor IV.
Oh, JJ.
Quite the posh name. Probably from Sussex, actually.
What is JJ a cotch up to these days?
He was worth 85 million. This is Astor IV, not JJ Kocher. Right. 85 million pounds in 1912. So that's do you know what that equates to? 2 billion pounds he was worth in modern day money. Supposedly, when the ship collided, sort of a Mr. Burns sort of character. When the ship collided, he was happy to give his space up to the women and children, which gentlemen. And as they were sinking, sort of quipped to the waiter, "I asked for ice, but this is ridiculous."
Oh, I see what he's done there.
Quite the joker.
Yeah,
joker amongst the pack.
JJ.
But the boat actually took about 2 hours and 40 minutes to sink.
Okay. Same length as the movie, really.
Yeah, it's about the same length. Yeah.
Which means they skipped a lot out. So.
Deleted scenes, though.
Yeah,
always makes a bit lost time.
Well done, James.
So another notable victim, actually, by the name of Benjamin Guggenheim. I'm not sure there's anything to do with the museum. An American businessman, anyway, took his valet, a chap called Victor Giglio.
What's a valet is...
Sort of like a... sort of like a rent boy or something.
No, it's not, is it?
Victor, I don't know.
A valet is someone who parks your car, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, mate, yeah. Okay. Anyway, this chap called Victor
it's not a ferry.
Giglio.
Yeah. Gigolo.
Okay.
Maybe it was Gigolo.
All making sense, the pieces of the puzzle. They got changed into their finest evening wear. They had 2 hours and 40, don't forget, to
pants.
kill. Might as well have been. They were spotted on deck chairs drinking brandy and smoking cigars as the shit went down.
What a beautiful scene.
I imagine it was. Would we have done that, Paul?
What, get into our hot pants? I doubt it.
Very good. Okay, so that was a well-known death.
I never heard of it, to be honest.
Well, we're all learning. A well-known survivor, though, was a baker. A fact.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's a bit of a link here between the two.
Full circle. Hello.
Yeah, quite a loose link.
Yeah, absolutely. This chap called Charles Joguin. You can thank me for my pronunciation later. And upon learning that the ship was sinking, just the language that someone used upon learning, it's like the big crashes, the screams of children and whatever wasn't enough. Upon learning the ship was shrinking, probably drank so much whiskey that when the ship did finally go under, he was able to tread water for an entire 2 hours. Before being rescued.
Wow, that's incredible.
Because the whiskey kept him warm.
So that was just from the alcohol in his body keeping him warm,
minus 2 degrees water.
That's incredible.
I mean, I couldn't tread water at the best time. 15 minutes in a pool in Mallorca is tough enough for me.
What are you doing in Mallorca? No, but I mean, I guess the lesson from that, Ed, is if you're ever on a boat, it's probably best just to get pissed, and then if it does capsize, you'll probably stay alive, and if it doesn't, you're pissed.
You're having a great time.
You're having a great time. So, mental note to self.
Yeah. So I think I might have mentioned the lookout earlier. Anyway, the chap that shouted, "Iceberg right ahead," that guy, is a chap by the name of Frederick Fleet.
Oh yeah, Fleety.
Which, as we said, actually, Thomas Bloodworth, the Mayor of London during the fire. Sort of evil, sinister name, Mr. Frederick Fleet.
Yeah.
Fleeting remark.
Yeah.
Kind of well positioned. Well, arguably not well positioned because he didn't see it in time.
Definitely not.
He also survived.
Did he? He survived.
I know, he got away with it. The cold-hearted son of a.
Yeah.
And went later to work for another huge boat. Actually, the RMS Oceanic during the 20s. That was later sunk by a German U-boat, I think.
No, it wasn't.
In the war.
No.
Big time. And
oh my, Fleety, come on, sort it out. Did we not learn the first time?
I don't know.
Keep your eyes on the water. Did they say?
Might as well have been.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether he was expecting to hear his welcome. But I find it amazing that he got another job, because I mean I don't know about you, Paul, but we've all been to a couple of job interviews in our time, sort of CV in hand.
Yeah.
I don't know, just sort of knocking you through, just sort of...
That's unbelievable. Imagine him turning up for the interview.
Yeah, Fleet, Frederick, come in. Yeah. Well, I've already asked for you to come in.
Yeah, can I sit down now?
Yeah, take a chair. Not literally.
Thanks.
Impressive CV.
No.
Thanks for popping in.
Impressive office, to be honest.
Thank you.
I quite like this job.
Well, let's not get carried away. We're not quite there yet, Frederick.
Right.
I see you've... it looks like you worked on a ship before.
Yeah, no. I've been known to be on a boat before.
Good.
So
that's obviously a prerequisite for the job. A big one. Was it big or?
Bigs. It's hard to define big, really, isn't it? But no, it was a fair size.
Couple of dozen, couple of hundred, sort of.
So, what are the benefits like to work for this company?
Well, I'll tell you what. So it strikes me as though you've held a position of responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious I can do the job. I mean,
it's a big boat. We're looking for people that with
absolutely,
the real technical nous.
Sorry, that's a beautiful watch, Ed.
It is a lovely watch.
Quite the timepiece.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I can start on.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, the only thing that's really getting in between this is, I suppose we just need a couple of references. I suppose.
Right. Okay.
Ideally need to speak to your old boss.
Well, he's not around so much these days.
Not around.
Well, by that I mean he's getting old, and even if you did call him, he probably wouldn't remember. So it would just be a waste of time. But I do actually have a reference here with me.
Okay. Well, what have you got?
It's from Jacob.
Okay.
Fleet.
Jacob Fleet. Okay. Oh, it's family, is it?
It's Dad.
Your dad. Okay.
He knows me better than anyone. So
he could vouch for your prowess on the.
Again, the watch keeps catching my eye, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and do you know what? Now you're making me look at it, Fleety. I think, it's just getting up to 5 o'clock on a Friday. Listen, you've obviously held a couple of good jobs before.
Yeah.
I tell you what, the reference is enough.
Thank you.
You get yourself to the pub.
Amazing.
Big glass of wine. Maybe get a couple of ice cubes in there.
Oh, don't mention ice.
What?
No, sorry, nothing. No, I can't wait to get a brandy down my neck just in case.
Yeah.
No, but so I've got the job. I'll see you.
Yeah, see you Monday. Should we say Monday? Does Monday work for you?
Monday's great with me.
Monday it is.
I'll see you Monday.
Done. So a lot of people ask me why they haven't raised the Titanic.
Sorry, who's asking you that?
And the answer is, well, it's currently nestled a mere 12,500 feet, Paul, under the ocean.
Really?
And the indent it's made is actually 18 metres deep into the bed.
I'm struggling to even get my head around that, to be honest with you.
I'll get your head around it, because...
okay, I have.
It's
deep.
The Atlantic is a big place as well.
It is a big place. I actually think I read... finding the Titanic was the equivalent of finding an earring,
right,
on a football field. That's the task at hand here.
Not a necklace like from the film.
Oh yeah, or a necklace.
Yeah, and an old lady down there as well.
Well, any small piece of jewellery, I guess, would work. But I was thinking about, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure finding an earring or a necklace on a football field would be bloody hard.
I mean, yeah.
But give me. How long did it take? Was it 73?
73.
Give me 73 years. I tell you what, I'm finding that earring.
I sort of agree.
I reckon. Give me half a day. Give me half a day on that football field.
Yeah.
It'd be.
I think you'd look good in it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, me too. Sort of glistening. So, the last historical event we're going to talk about today.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, feel exactly the same way, if I'm being honest with you. The last thing we're going to talk about today is the BBC, the old Beeb. Their first ever transmission was in September. They've done some bloody good stuff over the years, I think you'd agree.
Yeah, stuff that springs to mind. Faulty Towers.
Yeah.
Blackadder.
Yeah. Royal Family.
Ab-Fab.
Yeah.
Miranda.
Wow, that's not.
Gavin and Stacey, actually.
Gavin and Stacey was good. Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah, The Office. I think The Office is generally considered
I'd agree with you.
The best.
Well, it's funny you say that. I was going to get onto. There's actually been a poll, Ed.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you're aware of this. Have you heard of it?
I am not.
The Radio Times.
The Radio Times.
The Radio Times.
Who on earth is buying that?
I've absolutely no idea. The Radio Times have just the Radio Times.
Is that that's an outdated form of media supporting another outdated form of media?
Anyway,
what are they up to, Paul?
So they did a poll recently.
What are the readers of the Radio Times?
Yeah,
on about.
They did a poll. Best British.
Oh, here we go.
Best British comedy. Best British sitcom.
Okay.
Of all time. Do you know what one? Are you?
Well, I've said to you, The Office is generally considered as the number one.
Could not agree more. We are massive Office.
Oh, that settles it then.
You would think so. No, you'd be wrong.
Okay.
You'd be wrong to think that.
Okay, I'm all ears.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking. I think it would be something like the Royal Family. It's got
good again. You'd be wrong. So number 3. I don't know if we said it before. Only Fools and Horses.
Okay, yeah.
Rodney, you plonker.
Spot on.
Thanks. Number 2. You're going to kick yourself. The Office.
Oh, you've made me look like a right fool.
The Office, number 2. Do you know what was number 1? What's going through your head? What are you thinking?
Sadiq Khan running up the stairs.
Yeah.
I am waiting for you to surprise me.
So you're probably thinking
one of the big ones.
Yeah, no, me.
It was Partridge on BBC.
It was.
I think it was.
Yeah. I don't think I could be wrong. I don't think it was even in the top 20, which is mental.
Jesus.
Number 1, the greatest BBC sitcom of all. Not even BBC, the greatest sitcom of all time.
Go on.
I can't. Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Are you actually just
Mrs. Brown's Boys is apparently the best sitcom
Jesus
of all time.
Absolute poppycock. Are you actually winding?
No, go online. Read the Radio Times.
I don't.
Go down your local newsagent, buy the Radio Times, have a laugh.
I'll have a bloody laugh.
I mean,
they're having a bloody laugh saying that. I don't believe it.
Is that result funnier than an episode of Mrs. Brown Boys?
I've seen the advert, Paul, and
that's enough, isn't it?
I've seen enough, really.
Yeah, the wig, the glasses, the catchphrase. I mean,
the extras. Are you out of that?
Yeah,
that's
brilliant.
Surely what it's. Yeah, again, spot on. I mean, I'm sure that's.
Who voted for that? I mean, who's voting for the radio? And how did they vote if it was in the Radio Times?
I have no idea.
It was probably answers on a postcard.
PO box.
Yeah,
just absolute drivel. This is getting heavy, Paul, isn't it?
It is.
We've had a lot of history today.
This is a lot heavier than I was expecting.
I know. I'm still fuming about Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Yeah, no. If it's not people burning to death or drowning to death,
It's a lot of. It's quite morbid, actually.
Yeah.
First show of the series.
Yeah. Should we have another beer?
I would bloody love one.
Let's get another beer.
I'm drinking a Tysky and a bloody good one.
No. Welcome. No.
Out of the can as well, like a real player.
Lads, cheers.
Cheers, man. Cheers.
September. Stick to the topic. Upon further research in September, Ed.
Key to the plan.
What I have realised very quickly is there's actually a day. I think this is more American than anything. There's actually a day for everything.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I'm going to run through some ones very, very quickly, then we're going to get into the one I really want to talk about. So, for example, September the 4th...
Big day.
Well, big people. Eat an extra dessert day. So, if one's not enough, just have another one.
Extra, Jesus.
And then no one's going to really look down on you.
No.
September the 5th... Be late for something day.
Yeah.
You were late for this podcast, which I'm still a bit annoyed about, to be honest with you.
You're welcome.
But hopefully there's a day of forgiveness in here. September 6th, read a book day.
Better be a short one. If it's,
you
got a day to do it, so...
short story maybe.
Story.
Or just
an blurb.
Yeah. September 15th, make a hat day.
Make a hat.
Could you make a hat in a day?
I could make a hat in a day, yeah.
Yeah.
A whole day.
Yeah.
I could make a hat,
really?
Sure. Give me half an hour.
Paper hat?
I'll tear off some of your wallpaper.
Bit of origami.
Sure. Yeah, might probably have to now.
September the 19th, International, okay, so we're branching out now, so this applies to everyone. Yeah. International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Talk like a pirate?
I don't know what that was. More of a farmer, really.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, really.
Or a pirate on a farm. So this is the one I wanted to talk about. This is the big boy. September 28th is the world's Ask a Stupid Question Day.
Okay.
So, quite interesting.
I believe it's pronounced ask, but, ask or ask.
Either or, again, north v south.
So
yeah, if you are stupid...
Yeah, this is the day for you. Get ready. I hope you're excited about this.
Yeah, get your stupid questions ready. And if somebody goes, what you on about? Just go, oh, don't you know? So I don't know how you want to do this. I don't know if you've got any stupid questions or wacky questions you can ask me off the top of your head.
Well, Paul, I'm a wacky guy.
You really are.
I am. But no, I don't. So I'll tell you what, let me go on my phone.
Okay.
So I'm going to go on Google, ask me stupid questions. Okay, so click the top one. Right. So I'm on Yahoo, and these are stupid questions people have.
Sorry. Who's still using Yahoo?
that's one of the questions, actually. Okay, so Yahoo. Number one. Help! My mum's bra is stuck. I'm wearing it, and the mirror is not helping me.
The lazy mirror.
Yeah.
Not helping her out.
Yeah, I'm guessing that means the mum's on the way home. I would guess.
God forbid.
Wangle his way out of that one.
Yeah.
How can I lose weight without moving? I think that's what we all want to know.
Yeah. If anyone knows, let us know.
And final question.
Yeah.
How can I look after my pet potato?
Potato?
Potato. Pet. It's a pet, so probably wearing a lead or something.
Pet potato. Put a jacket on it. Oh, here we go. Now we're starting.
Yeah, it's probably all the sort of same guy, I imagine, like asking all these.
Yeah, probably Dave in Chelmsford.
Middle of the night. Yeah, sort of sucking his mum's bra, trying to lose weight, looking after his pet potato.
God. So, Dave, if you are listening, please let us know if you ever got out of that pickle.
So, we've been talking about great British comedies, and something that we have watched recently is the Life on the Road film by...
We have watched that recently.
Obviously, by Ricky Gervais. Which the Hitchmo elite are going mad for at the moment.
Or not.
And, we're here to discuss it. Firstly, I have to say I quite enjoyed it, actually.
No, I enjoyed it too. I was, I think we both went in there quite nervous, didn't we?
Hesitant.
Yeah, a bit like going for your driving test. Not quite sure what to expect.
Squeaky bum time.
But, no, do you know what? I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
I sort of agree. I think, listen, it's not The Office. It's not The Office.
No.
Let's just be clear. We are both Office nerds.
Huge Office nerds. It's embarrassing.
We were part of the Hitchmo
The original hardcore Hitchmo.
I suppose under probably 500 group members or something.
Yeah, we were at the start.
Teetering on, I think, about 10,000 now, maybe more.
I think it's 10,300 or something silly like that. You
throw up a picture these days of a Frey Bentos.
Oh,
I know. You
feel the wrath.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Back in the day, though, that would have got you 50 likes.
Yeah,
easy. No questions asked.
And it always cracks me up when you have new members join and then they sort of throw it up. They think, this is niche.
Yeah.
Little do they know.
Yeah, I think I enjoy the comments more than the posts.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you, actually.
Yeah.
Hitchman Elite never really took off.
I actually enjoy playing with myself.
Playing with yourself?
There's more to it.
Okay.
Playing with myself, guess what the comment's going to be after the post.
Yeah, I know.
It's great that people are...
Sad little men, aren't we?
It's so sad.
One big boys
really
club.
sad.
Or girls, actually.
I think that's the only reason I'm on Facebook.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you, actually.
But no, the movie...
The movie.
Yeah, back to the movie.
Back to the movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, as we've said, if Gervais had brought it out as The Office the movie, I think we'd be sat here livid.
I agree.
It's a spin-off. It's a bit of fun. It's 90 minutes.
It's our favourite character. 15 years later,
catching up with him.
Yeah, a bit more nervous in front of the camera. He's got these new personality traits, like that stupid laugh. I don't know criticise a lot. Yeah, which admittedly, if you watch The Office on a day-to-day basis and he's never done it before, you think, where the hell's that come from?
Yeah,
but if he's not been in front of the camera for 15 years, he's going to be more nervous. People do change.
Yeah.
So
we're just making excuses, aren't we?
We are.
Yeah, I have no idea where that laugh came from.
Pathetic.
But no, I thought it was good. I thought the music was great. Really enjoyed the music.
Oh, yeah, you've been listening to a lot.
Yeah, I'm still listening to it. Yeah. Spotify.
I think there were some great things in there. I think it's always great to have a heartwarming tale and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Gervais does so well every time.
He did, yeah.
I think it was the one bit that I think got me, and I think a lot of the other Hitchmo nerds like us, is the very well, no, God forbid, is the very sort of quick change in perception that people had of
that didn't make sense. Did it?
The band, the producer, suddenly just clicked their fingers at the end of the film and went, actually, you know what? After all, this has been one of the most enjoyable tours we've ever been on.
Yeah,
and I just didn't quite get that change in perception.
Brent had done nothing really to earn that, had he?
He did nothing.
Yeah,
he did. He had the Christmas. Sort of what was it? The
snow,
confetti. Check with the vicar.
Yeah,
it just didn't really justify it. But having said that, if you haven't seen it, go and see it. I mean, let's be frank, the Hitchmo Group. I mean, if you haven't seen it, you shouldn't be on the Hitchmo Group, surely.
Absolutely, yeah. But he did a few gigs recently, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, there was a lot of people. I mean, I think it was a bit of a Gervais thing, like post best gig ever, but people were generally like,
best gig ever,
it's the best gig I've ever been to in the last 10 years.
I don't know who was on 10 years ago, really. Just like Razorlight, I guess.
Well, it's a drummer, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's a link.
Jesus Christ, I'm good.
Good link. We are nerds, honestly.
We are. But no, we actually went though, didn't we?
We did.
This was like 2 years. The first ever show he did.
First ever foregone. To be fair, it was amazing. Probably the best gig I've ever been to. Yeah, that's what I said on Twitter. But yeah, no. If you haven't seen it, go and see it. If you've seen it again, probably wait for the DVD. Well, what are we giving it? 7?
Yeah. How about
6?
I'll tell you what. How about give me that piece of paper?
Okay.
I'll write a number here.
Okay.
And then you can tell me if that's right.
Yep.
So that's been the monthly Muse for September.
That's it, is it?
That is it. Oh God, I tell you what,
it's gone quick.
It has it.
Well, for us.
For us, it's gone quickly. For the listener, well, singular, the one person we have listening.
Yeah.
Hi, Mum.
Which is us together.
Exactly.
Listening to it back.
Yeah, we've learnt a few kind of valuable life lessons, I think. I don't know what we've... I suppose...
I guess if... drink whiskey or brandy before you go night swimming, or if you go on a boat.
Yeah, or just drink it, full stop.
Yeah,
really.
Just keep drinking.
It's worst case. Yeah. Just keep drinking if you're drinking.
Anything else?
Yeah, I suppose if you smell some nice baguette wafting through your window, don't forget to remove your other half's pyjama bottoms.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure she'll be thrilled with that.
Yeah.
Not because of the baguette. That's
no.
Irrespective of the shape of the baguette.
Absolutely. Don't forget to blame the French as well.
God, yeah.
For anything. Anything else? It would be if you read the Radio Times, then
just
vote differently.
Yeah.
Who's reading the Radio Times?
Listen to a podcast. Honestly, get
the
out.
Radio.
I say get out once in a while. Get in.
No. Keep yourself locked indoors listening to this.
But yeah, guess what we're going to be talking about next month?
October?
Well, no, don't give it away.